You've probably been using ChatGPT for months now, maybe even upgraded to that paid subscription. And you might be wondering, is this GPT 5.1 update actually worth paying attention to, or is it just another minor tweak? Well, I've spent the last few days diving deep into both versions, testing them side by side, and I found something surprising. GPT 5.1 isn't just faster, it's actually smarter about when to be fast and when to slow down and think, and that changes everything. Welcome back to bitbiased.ai, where we do the research so you don't have to. Join our community of AI enthusiasts with our free weekly newsletter. Click the link in the description below to subscribe. You will get the key AI news, tools, and learning resources to stay ahead. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's new in GPT 5.1, show you the features that actually matter for your daily workflow, and help you understand whether these improvements will make a real difference in how you work with AI. By the end, you'll know exactly which version to use for different tasks and how to get the most out of these new capabilities. Let's start with what OpenAI actually changed under the hood, because it's not what you might expect. What actually changed in GPT 5.1? Here's the thing most people get wrong about GPT 5.1. When OpenAI released it in November 2025, they weren't giving us a completely new AI brain. Instead, they took GPT-5 and made it smarter about how it uses its intelligence. Think of it like this. You have the same processor in your laptop, but someone just updated the operating system to make it run way more efficiently. The core architecture is still GPT-5, but OpenAI retrained it with expanded fine-tuning data and better alignment. What this means in practice is that GPT 5.1 makes fewer mistakes, follows your instructions more carefully, and adapts its thinking speed based on what you're asking. And this is where it gets interesting. OpenAI split GPT 5.1 into two variants, GPT 5.1 Instant for quick conversational responses, and GPT 5.1 Thinking for deeper reasoning tasks. But here's the clever part. You don't actually have to choose between them anymore. There's an intelligent routing system called GPT 5.1 Auto that automatically sends your question to whichever model is best suited for it. So if you're asking for a quick fact, it uses Instant. If you're throwing a complex logic puzzle at it, it switches to thinking behind the scenes. You just get the best response without having to think about which mode to use. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, but does this really make a difference? Wait until you see what this adaptive system can actually do. The game-changing features you need to know. Let's talk about adaptive reasoning, because this is genuinely revolutionary. Both GPT 5.1 Instant and Thinking can now dynamically adjust how much they think before responding. On simple questions, like asking for a definition or a quick math fact, GPT 5.1 will answer almost instantly. But when you present it with a tricky multi-step problem or a complex coding challenge, it automatically pauses to work through the steps internally. In OpenAI's benchmarks, this shows up as roughly a 2x speed up on the easiest tasks compared to GPT-5. But here's where it gets really interesting. On the hardest tasks, GPT 5.1 actually takes about twice as long as GPT-5 did, because it's deliberately spending more compute power to give you a better, more accurate answer. It's like having a smart assistant who knows when to give you the quick answer and when to say, "Hold on, let me think about this properly." This wasn't possible in GPT-5. Back then, the model would spend roughly the same amount of effort on every question, which meant it was either wasting time on easy stuff or rushing through hard problems. GPT 5.1 fixes that imbalance. But the improvements don't stop there. GPT 5.1 is also dramatically better at following instructions. You know those frustrating moments when you ask GPT-5 to respond in exactly 6 words or format this as a table, and it just doesn't. GPT 5.1 catches those qualifiers and constraints way more reliably. OpenAI specifically notes that it more reliably answers the question you actually asked, which in practice means fewer off-by-one errors, less extraneous output, and better adherence to formatting rules. And this next part will surprise you. GPT 5.1 has been tuned to feel more human. OpenAI didn't just make it smarter. They made it warmer, more conversational, and more empathetic by default. Where GPT-5 might give you a straightforward factual answer, GPT 5.1 might add a lighthearted comment or acknowledge your situation before diving into the solution. Early testers said it feels more natural and less robotic. with some even noting that it calls you by name and sounds like a friend offering advice rather than a machine spitting out information. Personality presets. Your AI, your way. Now let's talk about something that might seem small, but actually transforms how you interact with the AI, personality presets. GPT 5.1 comes with 8 built-in personalities: default, friendly, professional, candid, quirky, efficient, nerdy, and cynical. These go way beyond GPT-5's simple chatty versus straight settings. Here's what makes this powerful. You can pick the tone that matches your task. Need quick, to-the-point answers for a technical project? Switch to efficient. Want a more encouraging, supportive tone while learning something new? Go with friendly. Working on creative content and want some personality in the responses? Try quirky, and here's the best part. Any changes you make apply across all your chats immediately, and the model consistently follows your custom instructions and style preferences. Business Insider actually tested these personalities and found that even the more unusual ones like quirky and cynical could make technical explanations more engaging by breaking them down with humor and context. One user described it as finally being able to customize your AI assistant the way you'd customize your phone's interface, except this affects how the AI thinks about communicating with you, not just how it looks. For businesses, this is huge. You can build customer support bots with distinct personalities that align with your brand voice. A friendly greeting bot for customer onboarding, an efficient troubleshooting assistant for technical support, or a professional tone for financial services, all using the same underlying model, but configured for different contexts. Context windows, remembering everything that matters. All right, this next feature is going to blow your mind if you've ever had a long conversation with ChatGPT and watched it slowly forget what you talked about earlier. GPT 5.1 dramatically extends how much text it can handle at once. In ChatGPT, GPT 5.1 Instant now supports up to 16,000 to 128,000 token context windows, depending on your subscription tier. And GPT 5.1 Thinking? It goes up to an enormous 196,000 tokens. To put that in perspective, 196,000 tokens is enough to digest an entire book or a large code base in one go. We're talking hundreds of thousands of words. What this means in practice is that GPT 5.1 can remember far more of a conversation or document than GPT-5 could. No more of that frustrating moment when you're on message 50 of a coding session and the AI suddenly forgets the architecture you described at the beginning. This extended memory, combined with the improved reasoning we talked about, helps it maintain coherence over really long tasks, from multi-hour analysis reports to projects that span dozens of files. And for developers, OpenAI added something brilliant: prompt caching that lasts up to 24 hours instead of just a few minutes. This means a long project or coding session can stay in memory across breaks, reducing repeated cost and latency. You can literally close your laptop, come back hours later, and pick up exactly where you left off without the AI needing to reprocess everything. For developers, new tools and API upgrades. If you're a developer, this section is going to get you excited. GPT 5.1's API release came with several game-changing updates that make it far more practical for building real-world applications. First up, the new reasoning effort parameter. This lets you fine-tune exactly how much chain-of-thought reasoning the model uses, with values like none, low, medium, or high. By default, GPT 5.1 uses none, which makes it behave like a very smart, non-reasoning model, fast and lightweight. But when you need maximum correctness for a complex task, you can crank it up to high. This is completely new. GPT-5 only had implicit reasoning levels that you couldn't control. OpenAI also added 2 new tools specifically for coding workflows. There's a shell tool that lets GPT 5.1 run actual shell commands if your application allows it. File, I/O, directory listing, running scripts, all under controlled conditions. And there's an apply patch tool for more reliably editing code, which is in addition to the old JSON-based approach and dramatically improves multi-file edits. Early users from companies like Augment Code, CodeRabbit, and Warp have already reported that GPT 5.1 produces cleaner pull requests, solves multi-file bugs more reliably, and cuts down on those hallucinated code snippets that don't actually work. One asset management firm said GPT 5.1 ran 2 to 3 times faster than GPT-5 on their reasoning suite while maintaining high accuracy. An AI insurance company saw their agents run 50% faster with better accuracy. Real-world performance, the numbers don't lie. Let's talk benchmarks, because this is where theory meets reality. OpenAI reports that GPT 5.1 matches or exceeds GPT-5 on all fronts, with massive gains in speed and throughput for simple tasks. Here's a concrete example. A routine coding query that took GPT-5 about 10 seconds now completes in roughly 2 seconds on GPT 5.1. That's a 5-time speed up. For users running hundreds or thousands of queries per day, that adds up to huge time savings and lower costs, since you're using fewer tokens on those quick tasks. But what about the hard stuff? On technical benchmarks, GPT 5.1 shows measurable improvements there too. It beat GPT-5 on the 2025 AIME math test and on Codeforce's programming challenges. Independent analyses note that it achieved state-of-the-art performance on multi-file code editing tests, and in internal tests, it solved more coding problems than GPT-5 did. And here's something crucial. Accuracy in general knowledge and reasoning has improved across the board. GPT 5.1 benefits from better alignment work and larger training data, which means it makes fewer factual errors and hallucinations. In practice, you'll see it double-check ambiguous cases more often and shy away from stating things as fact unless it's confident. OpenAI's system card notes that GPT 5.1 is less likely to generate speculative or misleading answers on complex questions. That makes it safer and more grounded, though like all large language models, it can still make mistakes and need supervision for critical tasks. Real-world use cases, where this actually matters. So where does all this matter in real life? Let's walk through some scenarios where GPT 5.1's improvements make a tangible difference. For customer support, companies can now build chatbots with distinct, consistent personalities. A friendly preset bot can warmly greet customers, while an efficient one gives brief troubleshooting steps. Since tone settings apply instantly and persistently across all conversations, businesses can align the bot's style with their brand voice without constantly tweaking it. In coding and development, GPT 5.1 shines brightest. Its enhanced reasoning and massive context window mean it can handle entire projects at once. You could feed it your whole repository and ask for a feature implementation or a comprehensive code review. The Apply Patch tool and shell integration mean it can actually modify code files and run tests under your guidance. Multiple coding platforms have adopted GPT 5.1 specifically because it produces cleaner output and handles multi-step debugging better than GPT-5 did. For education and writing, students and content creators benefit from GPT 5.1's conversational style and extended memory. A tutoring session can run for dozens of turns without the AI losing track of the topic or the student's learning style. GPT 5.1 thinking can break down complex concepts into plain language by default, making it a more effective tutor. Writers can set it to quirky for creative brainstorming or professional for polished business writing. And the richer memory means it keeps narrative details consistent through long stories or reports. Data analysts and researchers can leverage the improved reasoning on large-scale tasks. With its extended context window, it can read entire data tables or long documents and answer pointed questions about them. Financial firms have reported that GPT 5.1 outperforms prior models on dynamic analytics tasks with faster processing and better accuracy. The limitations you need to know. Before you rush off to build your entire workflow around GPT 5.1, let's talk about what hasn't changed. Because despite all these improvements, GPT 5.1 is still fundamentally a large language model with the same core limitations. Hallucinations, those confident but incorrect answers, still happen sometimes, especially on obscure or creative tasks. OpenAI has worked to reduce this, and GPT 5.1 is better at saying "I'm not sure" or asking clarifying questions, but it's not infallible. In high-stakes domains like finance, medicine, or law, you absolutely need to verify AI outputs. Don't blindly trust it just because it sounds confident. Context drift is another issue. Even with huge memory, GPT 5.1 can veer off course if your prompts are ambiguous or if conversations run extremely long. The personality presets are helpful, but they're not perfect. Asking the model to change tone mid-conversation doesn't always work seamlessly. From a technical standpoint, GPT 5.1's massive context windows and dual modes mean it consumes more resources for complex tasks. The thinking mode can be slower and costlier when set to extended reasoning, so developers need to manage these settings carefully to balance speed against depth. And like GPT-5, it can still reflect biases from its training data. A cynical preset bot might give sarcastic answers that not everyone appreciates. The takeaway here is that GPT 5.1 is much smarter and friendlier, but it's still a statistical language model. It can forget details beyond its context window if they're not cached, and it can still say obviously wrong things with confidence. Using it effectively means understanding these limits and designing your prompts or applications to work around them. The bigger picture, what this means for AI. So why does GPT 5.1 matter beyond just being a better chatbot? Because it represents a significant shift in how we think about AI development. This isn't a revolution in raw intelligence, it's an evolution in user experience. OpenAI is focusing less on making models exponentially smarter and more on making them exponentially more usable. By adding adaptive reasoning, richer personality controls, and dramatically faster response times, GPT 5.1 feels less like a tool and more like a helpful colleague. It listens, adapts, and remembers you better than before. One reviewer described it as strangely human in how it interacts, and that's exactly the point. As AI becomes more integrated into our daily workflows, the experience of using it matters just as much as its technical capabilities. For the AI industry, GPT 5.1 shows us where things are headed. Personalized, context-aware agents that seamlessly blend speed and depth. It's not about solving every hard problem overnight. It's about making AI models practical and pleasant enough that people actually want to use them consistently. That's how AI goes from being a neat demo to being a reliable partner in real-world work. Final thoughts: GPT 5.1 isn't going to write your novel for you or solve climate change, but it is a meaningful step forward in making AI more accessible and effective. The adaptive reasoning means you're not waiting around for simple answers or getting rushed responses to complex questions. The personality presets mean you can finally customize the AI to match your communication style. And the extended memory means it can actually keep up with your most ambitious projects. If you're already using ChatGPT regularly, GPT 5.1 is worth exploring, especially if you've ever felt frustrated by GPT-5's occasional forgetfulness or rigid tone. And if you're a developer building AI-powered applications, the new API features and tools make it far easier to create experiences that feel responsive, intelligent, and genuinely helpful. The future of AI isn't just about raw power. It's about intelligence that adapts to you, understands context, and feels natural to interact with. GPT 5.1 gets us a big step closer to that future. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, let me know in the comments which GPT 5.1 feature you're most excited to try. And if you've already tested it out, I'd love to hear how it compares to GPT-5 in your workflow. See you in the next one.